Hi, I'm Jennifer Williams, and thank you for joining me with another life lesson. It has been quite a while since I released one. And so, this lesson, funny enough, it began with my washing machine. And so, it really showed me something um, in that moment. And it just goes to show that when it comes to learning lessons, that it can come from any place, it can come from anywhere, from any situation. And so this was something that the Lord was showing me, a lesson to all of us really, through my washing machine, funny enough. So what happened was the other day my machine wasn't working, and what was happening is I was putting my clothes on a cycle, as you do, and when it got to the end, when I went to open the door, I noticed that the clothes were still wet, like really soaking wet. So I knew that it didn't properly spin out all of the water. And I kept on pulling it back on a cycle, changing the cycles, pulling it just on a spin cycle. And every single time I got the same result, where the clothes would just be absolutely soaking wet. So in my mind, I'm like thinking, oh, my machine's broken. I'm gonna have to get somebody out to come and fix it, and all that whole of a palaver type of thing. And I thought to myself, let me go and check the manual. Let me see if I can find the manual that it tells you a bit more about the machine, and they normally have like a troubleshooting part in the manual. So when certain things go wrong, how you can fix it. And that's what I did. I went to the manual, because sometimes when something is broken, you have to go back to the manufacturer. And I was looking for the manual and nothing. I found absolutely nothing. And so I went to Google. And I'm not trying to plug in Google here, but I went to Google and I went to have a look to see if other people was experiencing these problems with my washing machine, and how I can rectify that issue. And I was reading up so many things and I couldn't find anything. And then something just said to me, see if there's a reset button, because I know with some machines, there's a reset button that you can just push and it would just cancel everything out and just bring everything back to its original state. And so I was looking to see if my machine had one, and of course it didn't. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I just felt to go and turn off my washing machine. And I literally turned it off and pulled the plug out from the mains. And I did that and I left it for a while. And then I went back and I plugged it in. And then I went to put my machine back onto a spin cycle. And when that cycle was finished, it wasn't even when it was finished, because how I knew it was fixed and rectified was the sound of the spin. It was different from all the other spin cycles because it really felt like it was really doing a proper spin. And I knew the water was draining. And so when I did go to open up the door after the cycle, my clothes was completely dry. And so I realized that not only the machine needed resetting, but where it didn't have a button that you can just go and push, I had to unplug it from the mains so it can kind of rest and reset itself so it can go again, each and every one of us. That's what we need to do in our lives. And sometimes periodically, where we need to go and push that reset button. But some of us may have that button to go and push. And some of us, it may be the case of just disconnecting ourselves from certain places or from certain sources or from certain people. So we can really take the time to rest and to step back and to recharge our battery, so to speak, to recharge and to give ourselves what we need to replenish ourselves so then we can go again. And then when we do go again, we're not going to malfunction, but we're going to go operating fully in who God has called us to be. And so that is just a lesson as well as a warning for each and every one of us, that if you find that there's moments in life where there's so much things going on and something is not clicking, something is not working, or you're thinking to yourself something is missing or something is broken, just take a step back, take a step out and away from your surroundings as much as possible, or if it's from certain people, whatever it is that you need, because you know what you need. Take a step back so you can recharge yourself and push that reset button so you can go back again empowered and more equipped with what you need to carry on your journey, however that journey looks like for you. And it's just so funny that the Lord used the lesson to come from my washing machine to teach me and others, like myself also, that it is about pushing that reset button. It's about taking the time that we need to replenish ourselves so we can go again. You cannot give from a place of emptiness. You cannot give what you don't have. And so God wants us to be the very best version of who he has called us to be and what he has created us for. But we can't operate that in that way if we don't take moments periodically to take time out and to take the rest that we need to reset ourselves, to reset our thinking, to reset our body, our mind, to look at our health in order for us to go again. Because the more you give, the more it's going to take from you. And so it has to be there in the first place in you in order for you to give. So this is just a quick life lesson just to show you that we all need to take time to reset. I need to, and you need to. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, whatever is happening for you, just remember that you need to take the time that you need for yourself. Don't apologize for it. Don't feel guilty or have anybody shame you for doing that. Because at the end of the day, it's about your life. It is about your walk and your journey and the journey that you're taking with the Lord. And the Lord wants you to be strengthened. He wants you to be whole and not broken in the very thing and the assignment that he has called you to. And so that is what it is when we operate from a place of being of wellness and of one mind, and operate from a place of peace and a place of strength and a place of love, that we can really pour back into ourselves first before we can be in a position to pour into others. So when you find that, the storms of life are really, really blowing and there's a lot going on right now, just hit that reset button. Whatever it is that you need to do, unplug yourself from the power source and just connect yourself to a higher source and just recharge your batteries and give yourself what you need, replenish yourself so you can pour again, because that's what God requires each and every one of us to do, to take time out to fill up our flask and to pour again. So I hope that this quick life lesson has blessed you. And do let me know in the comments how you find it. And also for you, how do you hit the reset button? What is it do you do? How do you recharge yourself and recharge your batteries? Some people may go away on a sabbatical. Some people may just stay in all day and just have that time for themselves. And, however it looks like for you, it'd be nice to know how you recharge and reset your button and how you recharge in your life. So thank you so much for joining me for this life lesson, and catch me next time. Bye-bye.